everyone, this is Greyshot117
and Greyshot151 here doing a review of Jack Ryan. Not the 90s movies or the recent reboot. No, we are doing the Amazon series that just released last week.
And it's pretty freaking good, I have to admit. Once again, John Krasinski just coming in there and being like, I can show you what I can do. Let me just show you. And you can see a little bit of the Office character of Jim. But that being said, this would be if Jim went to the military for 10 years and then came out. So, again, very different character. But he just got off The Quiet Place, and then he has this coming out. And once again, he gives a great performance in this TV show, which I almost said movie. This TV show looks like a movie, and is shot almost like a movie.
Is the guy from A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
Oh, I completely didn't even realize
John
that.
Krasinski is the same guy who wrote and was acted in The Quiet Place. Also,
I totally didn't even realize
his wife is Emily Blunt, which, once again, I keep bringing it up because I'm like, really? I did not know that.
But in any case, yes, Jack Ryan is an analyst who, after discovering some strange transactions, must go on a worldwide hunt for a new extremist that is possibly targeting Western countries. And
well, not just Western countries, just anyone that thinks is a threat.
Or he thinks is a threat. Yeah, it works. It's a good series.
Yes.
The lead is likable.
I also like Greer, Wendell Pierce's character.
At
first, I thought I was gonna hate him.
Yeah.
But then the more you got to know him, the more I really, really enjoyed his character, especially by how much depth they gave him, which is surprising. And also surprising how much depth they give Alu Solomon, aka the main villain. I'm sorry, who plays the main villain.
Yep. And
that was like, oh, okay.
Also, you totally believe this. Yeah, Solomon, fantastic. But also Jack Ryan, you kind of believe him. He's just like some... my biggest problem with him is he is a military guy.
But it seems like he's keeping up his shape, but he's not like... He's not a direct military conflict guy.
Yeah, but my biggest thing is, like, you're in an office, dude. Like, I really wanted just some random schmuck in an office that is forced to be, like, this hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I get with Jack Ryan, because literally this is what sounds better? An analyst who's forced to save the world, or an ex-Marine who, after years of being out of service, is pulled back into the limelight to confront a terrorist.
But wait, hold on. I will say this.
Yes.
They honestly go above and beyond to show that he is smart in terms of street smart and also book smart. Totally. More so than a normal soldier. Because he picks stuff out more so than any other person.
That is true. My problem,
and it makes sense how he picks it out, by the way.
Yes. My problem was he just seemed like... especially towards the end, he seemed like...
a little more action-y.
A little bit more action-y, and he seemed like he was always the guy giving the focus.
Yeah.
Like, there's a meeting with the president, and he just says something, and... everyone's just staring at him. Like, I just wanted someone to yell at him.
Yeah,
like,
he's a little...
Even after the president cuts, I just want someone... What the hell are you doing? You do not... Like,
yeah.
I want some repercussions, because this guy was just... I understand, like, yes, he's this...
goody two-shoes type of character.
It just seemed like he got away with too much. I wanted some repercussions. Like, I wanted him to feel like there was an obstacle he couldn't pass, and he fails for it.
The one thing I will say is the... what's her name? Kathy Muller, a.k.a. Abby Cornish. The kind of the girlfriend of him, she was fine, and that whole relationship was fine. Yep. I never thought it was like, as soon as she was brought up, I'm like, okay, the end game's gonna be some type of infectious disease. But what I will admit is the villain's overall scheme and plots are actually really, really clever, and I like that. He wasn't just a straightforward villain villain from a Bond series. He was really smart, really cunning, had actually good emotional depth to him. You got his character. He actually probably gets more character development than actual Jack Ryan. And I hope next season they put a little more in the Jack Ryan's backstory. Or
at the very least, give him a little bit more depth. Because, again, he is... Again, I understand he's an analyst. There just needed to be something more. It's like kind of like when your hero keeps falling back on one thing.
Well, they did explain why he chose that. He has severe back issues. Like, again, you saw the surgery go straight down.
I just needed something else to latch onto other than he is an analyst and he's really smart. Like, I needed something else. I never got that.
But, again, I thoroughly enjoy the action sequences in this, which are high bar. Like, seriously, the first episode's attack on the base is easily one of my favorite shots in this movie. Because, again, there are certain shots I'm like, that's a war film. That is an honest-to-God war film. And then You have throughout there's different sequences, different locations.
Yep.
They have great sand locations or like desert environments. They have great alpine regions, urban environments, you name it.
Which also leads me to my other complaint for this movie.
Yeah.
Or not the movie, the series.
I mean, it feels like a movie.
It does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you actually think about how many times he traveled all the way to the other side of the world on a jet.
Yeah.
And then was back the next day. You don't just do that and have no repercussions. Like, he immediately was running back and forth around. Like, he went... There was a trip I specifically remember.
Yeah.
He went all the way around the world to talk to someone at a Turkish camp.
Yep.
And then flew all the way back for, like, a date. And I was like, you would be there for, like, a week.
Yeah.
You would be there for an extended period of time. Because
Okay.
all this takes place in, like, the span of, like, I'm guessing, like, a few weeks, a month.
Yeah. It's a decent amount of time.
And again, Solomon...
Oh, no, the president was...
Solomon's movements worked.
Yeah.
He stayed in one location, and other people went off and did things. And I understand this is Jack Ryan. He needs to go
also,
to a place
Solomon's
where to
brother
stop the
and them
film.
have a really good relationship.
Yes.
Like, I mean, like, you can tell that they're good. There's a strong bond there.
And the remorse of, like, Jack Ryan's interaction with him is good.
Yeah.
My biggest problem was just like, okay, come on. The taxpayers are paying flipping millions to get this guy all the way around the world.
Other than that, if I had to give a final rating to this, because
Yes.
again, action sequences are great. I like the main lead. The main villain's also great.
You're also forgetting about the subplot with the drone pilot.
Which
that leads to nothing. That there's one point where the main story interact, and then there's separate.
Here's the thing about that. It does feel like filler for that.
Oh yeah,
but it's damn good filler.
Yeah,
like especially the final moments of them. Like
my problem was it still doesn't connect. So it's almost like it should have been its own like episode, like an epilogue episode, like
or maybe if that tied more into the main plot. But maybe that idea was like a breadcrumb that they were trying. But the problem is there wasn't as many of those, so that's an issue.
Yeah, again,
I wish there were maybe more of those breadcrumbs.
If the guy would have interacted with Jack Ryan one more time, I would have been like, okay, that was worth it. Like if there was something at the end, that would have tied back, I think, fantastic. But there wasn't. It just felt one-off. Maybe because there is supposed to be a second season of this. Maybe he's more of a recurring in that one. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it just felt really off. And I was like, why is this here? Other than one person dying.
So other than a few things that I would say, my biggest nitpick was something in the middle of the season, which I'll get to in spoilers.
Yes.
But I would probably have to give this film an 8 out of 10. This is easily one of the best shows I've seen all year. Easy effects-wise, it's great. Talent, it's great. And it has a lot of potential to see where it goes next. There's very few shows where I'm like, first season, I have a lot of excitement for where it goes next.
I give this a 7.
Okay.
My complaints aside, it's still good. It's still captivating. It's still probably one of the best series I've seen this year. I just see the issues. And again, if they do a second season, I want them to improve upon these things. Yeah. Like, make a better subplot. Make the lead less run around the world-y. Give him more depth, and also don't make him like fly around the world and show the wear and tear on this guy that's not supposed to be in this situation.
Yeah.
Going through this situation.
They did a pretty good job at it.
Again, my problem is they would literally cut to the guy flying around the world.
Okay, other than flying, because again, you have these weird stipulations and things that maybe go a little too far for something.
Maybe, but
Outlook and
I just gave Searching a 10 out of 10.
Outlook is the one, like, it's feature in the one movie with Will Smith. I'm like, come on, man, really? But in any case, if I had to go into this, like I said, 8. Now for spoilers, why I bring it down is again some plotting issues, some of that.
Yep.
And also
the final episodes are not as strong as the first ones.
No, actually, it's a little rushed, but I still say it's really, really good. The thing about it is, okay, so like the beginning of the series is like a 9, and like it goes to like a 7, but it evens out in my mind to like an 8 overall. But the reason I also bring it up is a certain scene where a cop shoots a person, and I'm just going there, I'm like, that seems a little lazy. That was a lazy thing about having a cop shoot another cop, because once again, it's just like we plot convenience.
Yep.
But that being said, minus that, which was the biggest WTF moment of there, I like the drone operator's plot line and where it went. Sure, it was a little bit ham-fisted and a little bit fillery, but like I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, by the way, the wife's character arc, which I completely forgot to say in the main review. The wife is great, of Solomon. Fantastic. I really enjoyed her because I'm like, oh, this is going to be generic.
She's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, she was fantastic.
And there's great scenes between her and her husband, along with the kids, and it does pay off overall with that. But overall, yes, it's 8 episodes. an hour each roughly. I highly recommend you check this out because once again, this is easily on par with some of the best stuff on Amazon for like shows. This would be like on Netflix, probably like Lost in Space or something around those lines, where it's very effects heavy. There's some great acting moments in there. Sure, it's not perfect, but it's still really good entertainment.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like Lost in Space is actually a great example of this, because it had a ton of issues as well, but
I just maybe think
it kind of failed. Like it kind of did little things.
I just think maybe John Krasinski's a better lead overall than any of.
Yeah, a very solid lead choice. Great first few episodes.
Yep.
Great hook to get you into the show. But yeah, overall it does have its issues, and I hope they improve upon it for a second season. But definitely a recommendation.
In any case, guys, it's been Greyshot117
and 151,
and we'll see you all next time.
Later, guys.
Hello, everyone, and before I go, I want to give a shout out to Patreon supporters Sam Smith, Matthew Leppen, Onlyplayapples, WhiteHotD, Sergeant McPain, Ollie, Joey G, Ace, Jordan Shavit, Filip, Michael Persson, Nathan Angus, Aaron Yee, Tim, and Lou. Thank you so much for your awesome support, guys. You guys rock. This has been Greyshot117. I'll see you all next time.